Hi students, today I am going to explain human brain. So I already told about reflex actions and reflex arc in the last video. The reflex actions are carried out by spinal cord, I already told. But only spinal cord can do this? No. Along with the spinal cord, the brain also will act. So there will be thinking, which supplies information to the nerves from the spinal cord and even by the brain also, so which is the main coordinating center of our body. So brain is the main coordinating center of the body. So the brain and spinal cord both will constitute the central nervous system. They receive information from all the parts of the body and they will integrate it. So we have so much of actions we do daily, and without thinking we'll do? No. So we do the actions by thinking, like writing, talking, moving a chair, clapping at the end of the program. All these are the actions which we do voluntarily, means after thinking. So all these actions which we are doing voluntarily are called voluntary actions, and these are carried out by the brain. So the brain will send message to the muscles so to do that actions. This is the second way in which the nervous system communicates with the muscles. So the nervous system will communicate with the muscles with the help of the information carried from the brain. The communication between central nervous system and other parts of the body is facilitated by peripheral nervous system. So there will be central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, and the peripheral nervous system consists of cranial nerves arise from the brain and the spinal nerves arising from the spinal cord. So from brain cranial nerves, and from the spinal cord spinal nerves will be there in the peripheral nervous system. So the brain thus allows us to think and take actions based on the thinking. So all this is accomplished by a complex design which different parts of the body is responsible for different inputs and outputs. So the brain has three major parts, or there are some major three parts or regions in the brain. They are forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So in the brain we can see here, this is forebrain. So front part of the brain is forebrain, in the middle part midbrain, and the hindbrain, here hindbrain is present. So let's see what are the functions of three areas or regions present in the brain. So the forebrain is the main thinking part of the brain. It has regions which receive the sensory impulses from the various receptors, means from the sense organs. These all the impulses from the sense organs will be received to the forebrain. So separate areas of the forebrains are specialized for these. For hearing, one specialized area will be there. For smelling, one specialized area will be there. For seeing, sight, specialized area will be there. So for all the sense organs, one specialized area will be there to receive the sensory impulses. There are separate areas of association with these sensory information is interrupted by putting it together with information from other receptors. So as well as the information that is already stored in the brain. Some information will be there already stored in the brain, and the receptors from these sensory organs will be passed with the help of messages to the brain, and there it will get interrupted. So based on all this, a decision will be took. So how to respond in that particular situation, and the information is passed to the motor areas. So which organ to function at that time, so to control the movement of voluntary muscles, for example our leg muscles. So however, certain situations are distinct from seeing or hearing. Some situations will be there distinct from seeing or hearing. For example, we know that we have eaten enough, so we had enough eating. We feel the sensation that our stomach is very full, and the sensation of feeling full is because of a center associated with hunger. So there will be a region associated with the hunger, which is a separate part in the forebrain. It will give messages that our stomach is full, like this. Next, we will see the labeled parts of the human brain. I already told it is a forebrain, midbrain, and the hindbrain. In the hindbrain, pons, medulla, cerebrum. So let us look at the use of the word reflex. We have talked about in the introduction. So we also talked about reflex actions, very fast actions, and as soon as we see some food which we like very much, our mouth starts to water. Yes, no? Or our heart beats without thinking. Our heart will beat with thinking. No. It will be beating without thinking. In fact, we cannot control these actions also. So what are the actions are called? Involuntary actions, right? So do you think about to remember to breathe? Every time we will remember to breathe. I am not breathing, we have to breathe. No. Or my food should be digested, I should get digested the food. No, it is not in our hands. They are involuntary actions. So in between, simple reflex actions like change in the size of the pupil. Sometimes if you want to say clearly, we will just make our pupil small. We will make our eyes change the pupil and we'll see. So and thought, our actions such as moving chair, there is another set of muscle movements over which we do not have anything in control. So many of these involuntary actions are controlled by midbrain and hindbrain. So remember this, voluntary actions are carried by forebrain, involuntary actions are carried out by midbrain and hindbrain. So all the involuntary actions like blood pressure, salivation, vomiting are controlled by medulla in the hindbrain. So in the hindbrain, medulla will control all these actions. So think about activities like walking in a straight line or riding a bicycle, picking up a pencil. These are all possible due to a part of hindbrain present in the cerebellum. So in the cerebellum part, called cerebellum. In the cerebellum, in the hindbrain, there is a part called cerebellum. Because of this, it is responsible for the precision of voluntary actions and maintaining our posture and balance of the body. So to maintain our posture and balance of the body, cerebellum is the part which is responsible for that. So imagine what would happen if it fails. So we cannot stand still and our posture will not be maintained. Our balance of the body will be lost. So then, a delicate organ like brain. So a brain is a very delicate and soft organ which is so important for variety of our activities. So it should be carefully protected. For this, the body is designed so that the brain sits inside a bony box. So the brain will be present in a box with bones, bony box. Inside the box, the brain is contained in a fluid filled balloon. So inside the box, there will be fluid filled, like a balloon in which filled, which provides further shock absorption. If we fall down also, if we get any injury to our head also, but it will be safeguarded by this. So if you run your hand down in the middle of your back, you feel a hard bumpy structure. What is this? This is nothing but vertebral column or backbone, which will protect the spinal cord. So spinal cord will also be protected like this. So remember these points: forebrain, voluntary actions, involuntary actions by midbrain and hindbrain, and cerebellum. It will make sure of our balance of the body and posture.